armed officers in the building.
School shows some of the first officers in the hallway were armed with rifles and ballistic shields. A reporter with our Austin affiliate KView watched the video. He says it shows officers in the hallway by 11:52 a.m.
Almost an hour passed before they then went inside.
The law enforcement did not breach the classroom and take out the shooter until 12:50.
ABC's Mona Kosar Abdi. Last night at a school board meeting in Uvalde, there were more calls for District Police Chief Pete Arredondo to resign. Also from Texas, a 5-year-old boy left in a hot car for 2 to 3 hours. His mother, rushing home to prepare for her daughter's birthday party, did not realize he was there.
She's excited, trying to get things together, and unfortunately this time the child didn't make it out.
Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says the mom was driving a loaner vehicle and was not familiar with its door safety latches. The January 6th committee holds another hearing today focusing on former President Trump's attempts at overturning the 2020 election.
Representative Adam Schiff set to lead today's hearing, telling CNN the Trump campaign scheme unsuccessfully depended on hopes that state legislatures would approve the big lie. When they didn't, Trump turned to pressuring state officials.
We'll show evidence of the president's involvement in this scheme.
Republican Arizona House Speaker Rusty Bowers and 2 Georgia election officials, including Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, set to testify.
That's ABC's Faith Abube in Washington. Also today, the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to issue more decisions as justices prepare to break for the summer. Cases involving the right to an abortion, the right to carry concealed weapons, immigration, and school prayer are all pending. The court will issue decisions Thursday as well. You're listening to ABC News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there's no way out? Get off the endless debt treadmill and start saving money each month. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and even timeshares. Call now at 800-208-1312 for free information. For over 15 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands get out of debt. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, too. Get off the endless cycle without having to declare bankruptcy. You'll have the right to get your debt resolved for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 800-208-1312. That's 800-208-1312. 800-208-1312.
For the second day this week, a sport is saying no to transgender athletes in women's competitions.
The International Rugby League saying in a statement the league is barring transgender women from playing in the Women's League, while the organization does further research before it reaches a final decision. Earlier this week, the International Swimming Federation also changed its policy to bar transgender women from female competitions. Some advocates are blasting the moves, with Equality Australia's Anna Brown saying in a statement that blanket bans on trans women, quote, risks violating international human rights principles of non-discrimination. Inez de la Quatera, ABC News, at the Foreign Desk.
A couple of former Tesla workers now saying after they were laid off, the workers say the car maker broke a federal law by not giving people enough notice, so they're suing. Earlier this month, CEO Elon Musk said he was worried about the economy and needed to cut staff by 10%. Israel is heading for its 5th national election in 3 years after the coalition government voted to dissolve parliament, the move coming after Prime Minister Naftali Bennett lost his fragile coalition. In South Korea, the country putting its first homegrown rocket into orbit. South Korea, now the 7th country in the world that can launch satellites on its own. And in Cambodia, what may be the biggest freshwater fish ever caught, a stingray weighing in at 660 pounds. It's 13 feet long, was released back into the water. This is ABC News.
Parents, it's time to cross off life insurance from your to-do list. With Fabric, protecting your family with great term life insurance is easy, fast, all online, and affordable. Fabric's policies start at less than $1 a day. You could be approved on the spot with no health exam and no risk. Cancel anytime. Stop putting it off. Apply today at meetfabric.com/future. That's MEET fabric.com/future. Fabric Insurance Agency policies issued by Vantis Life. Not available in New York and Montana. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions.
Sherry Preston.
It's the time of year to come to NC Tractor for the selection of Massey Ferguson tractors and Bobcat zero-turn mowers. NC Tractor gives fantastic customer service, the best discounts possible, and it's a locally owned business. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue is helping to make outdoor work more enjoyable. Shouldn't you have something that you can be proud of for a long time? Massey Ferguson and Bobcat zero-turn mowers. Come look them over. 299 Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton. That phone number is 288-0395.
Today we'll see temperatures in the upper 80s and the lower 90s. It's going to be a lovely day for any outdoor activities because our dew points will be low, so it's actually going to feel tolerable. That number will climb as we head into tomorrow. Highs will be in the mid to upper 90s. It's going to feel like the upper 90s, and we do have the chance of seeing showers and thunderstorms develop late Wednesday afternoon and evening. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Thank you very much, Peter Sherwood. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the first day of summer. This is first day of summer, about 5:16 this morning, I believe it was, somewhere along in there. Knocking on our door saying, hey, we're here. Summertime is here, like we didn't already experience and get ready for it, right? Right now it's 60 degrees, warming up to 94 for the daytime high here in Rutherfordton, dropping back to 69 tonight. Tomorrow is even going to be warmer, 98 expected high tomorrow on Wednesday here in our area, foothills of western North Carolina. Let me look ahead here, just see what it might look like toward the weekend. 91 and on Friday and 89 on Saturday, so not too bad. We've had warmer weather before summer got here. Maybe the calendar's messed up, right? 6 minutes after 7, I now have these death announcements. Martha Grace Morris Estes of Forest City died Sunday at her residence. Funeral arrangements are pending and will be announced by the Paget and King Mortuary for Martha Grace Morris Estes. Franklin McMahon, 81 of Mooresboro, died Sunday, June 19th at Hospice of the Carolina Foothills. Those arrangements also incomplete and will be announced by Paget and King Mortuary for Franklin McMahon. Anthony Scala, 97 of Rutherfordton, died Saturday, June 18th at Hospice of the Carolina Foothills. Those arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by the Paget and King Mortuary for Anthony Scala. Elizabeth Chapman Tessinier, 87 of Rutherfordton, died Friday at Hospice of the Carolina Foothills, Forest City. Services will be private for the family. Burial will be in Cool Springs Cemetery, and the Paget and King Mortuary and Crematory is serving the family of Elizabeth Chapman Tessinier. Ronnie Lee Green, age 65 of Ellenboro, passed away Saturday, June 18th at the Hospice of the Carolina Foothills. There will be a memorial service held at a later date, and Harrelson Funeral Home will be serving the family of Ronnie Lee Green of Ellenboro. Linda Ann Carpenter Webb, age 72 of Forest City, passed away Friday at Colonial Manor Healthcare in Rutherfordton. The family will conduct a private memorial service on their own at a later date, and Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside is serving the family of Linda Ann Carpenter Webb. Those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. For the complete information on these and others, as they become available to us, can be heard this morning at 11:35 and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon report here on WCAB in Rutherfordton. Serving the foothills of the Carolinas. Well, the Braves had another good night last night. They beat the Giants 2-1 in a game heard right here. Now, they have a series of 3 more games with the Giants, and hopefully they can keep that same momentum. They've been doing fairly good for the season so far, and now they're off and running again with the Giants, 2-1 last night, and they'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with them, and then they take on the Dodgers for a series of games. We'll get to the phones in just a few moments. Chronicles of the Old West coming up first. Bill O'Reilly morning update prior to that. Just a word, you may have already heard this. McDonald's restaurants in Rutherford County are no longer locally owned, but former owner Dave Hunt says the restaurants remain in good hands. They've sold the franchise to Stanton Enterprise, a Charlotte area operator. McDonald's restaurant is the new owner. Stanton Enterprise purchased all 5 of Hunt's restaurants, 2 in Forest City, 1 in Spindale, 1 in Columbus, and 1 in Boiling Springs. The Hunt's family involvement with local McDonald's stretches back to the 1980s. His presence will be missed. Now here's a Bill O'Reilly morning update coming up next.
Bill O'Reilly here, and I'm warming up. Stand by for the O'Reilly Update Morning Edition. But first, AMAC is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization. AMAC gives you access to exclusive benefits, insightful news, and a magazine full of uncensored content. They are pushing back against efforts to defund the police, weaken the borders, and corrupt our youth. But they need your help. Please stand with AMAC at amac.us. That's amac.us. On this Tuesday, as you may know, I deal with literally hundreds of people every week, most of whom have achieved success in America. All the people I know are hard workers. Most have a smart perspective on life, but not all. The overwhelming consensus among my crew is that President Biden is incompetent and not going to improve. Everyone I know acknowledges the damage Biden has done to this country in a relatively short period of time. That stated, the ardent liberals that I deal with have a different assessment of present-day America than the moderates and conservatives. The liberals opine that as bad as things are now, they'd be worse if Trump had been reelected. There is nothing that will change their point of view. Nothing. They see the Biden incompetence. They can read their financial statements, but they will never cede that Trump would be better for the country than Biden. It doesn't matter. President Biden is finished as a leader. His legacy will be failure as commander-in-chief. His own party is abandoning him. If Biden's tenure wasn't so painful, it might be sad. And so we loyal citizens soldier on. Most have learned a hard lesson. An emotional vote is a foolish vote. Donald Trump ran the country, and especially the economy, pretty well. He lost because his demeanor alienated many voters. But now we have President Biden, and he is a disaster. Back after this. Many timeshare owners are very upset because their yearly dues have nearly doubled. Well, Lone Star will guarantee the release of all liability to your timeshare in writing and in a specific time frame. With their A-plus rating at the Better Business Bureau, clients know that Lone Star Transfer is a company you can trust. For a free consultation, please go to LoneStarTransfer.com or call 855-551-7066. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
This is WCAB 100.9 FM and 590 AM, serving Rutherford and Polk counties.
Good morning. Good morning.
Born in New Orleans on June 10, 1833, Pauline Cushman became a raven-haired woman so beautiful that when arrested as a Union spy during the Civil War, General John Hunt Morgan set her free. Following the Civil War, she went on a theatrical tour telling people about her experience as a spy. She toured from New York to San Francisco. Out west, the cowboy audience would shoot off their guns instead of clapping. Finally settling down just south of Phoenix, she married a handsome, wild man who broke her heart on a number of occasions. In Casa Grande, Pauline was known to hold up for injured animals at gunpoint, flog anyone who spoke badly about her, and referee gunfights. Trying to hold on to the affection of her husband, Pauline told him a prostitute's baby was theirs. When the plot was unraveled, Pauline was so embarrassed, she left town to resume her stage career. By now, she had gray-streaked hair and leather-like skin dried by the desert sun, and she dressed in a fashion from 20 years in the past. In the 1880s, no one was interested in Civil War stories. She tried her hand as a Shakespearean actor. Because of her being deep in the bottle, she ended up scrubbing the floors of the San Francisco theaters. These were the same theaters where years earlier men were shooting off guns to show tribute. In December of 1893, her landlady found Pauline Cushman, this woman who was a federal spy, famous theatrical performer, referee of gunfights, protector of animals, and defender of her own honor, dead alone in her small apartment. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
When your taste buds are screaming for delicious, head over to Jesse James Railroad Express. Enjoy fresh cooked burgers, garden salads, hot dogs any way you like, French fries. Enjoy a refreshing milkshake or a hand-dipped ice cream cone. They're open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 4, closed Wednesday and Sunday. That's Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue in Ruth. Call ahead, 828-447-4644. And Mondays only, hot dogs with mustard, chili, and onions, only $1.24 each. All aboard the Jesse James Railroad Express.
And ready to go to the phones now to find out what's been going on. We make our first call and stop over at the Sheriff's Department. And here comes the Sheriff. Chris Francis, good morning.
Good morning, Jim Bishop. Just got through reading the article about Lou Gilliam, and I'll tell you, I'm inspired. That radio business is something.
Yes, she made the front page of the Courier today. I'll tell you, she's going to be excited to see that picture. I know.
That was a good one. I was impressed. Good article.
Yeah, good. What's been going on?
Jim, last 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office responded to 131 calls for service. Within 12 arrests processed at county jail. Currently incarcerated, we have 195. Among those arrested, Cameron Wilder Leonard, a 21-year-old male of Union Mills, was charged with assault on a female, communicating threats, and cyberstalking, see a district court judge for bond. Stephen Dale Schaefer, a 43-year-old male of Ellenboro, was charged with 3 counts of failure to appear on felonies, received a $20,000 secure bond. Walter Ashley Littlejohn, a 49-year-old male of Forest City, was charged on 2 true bills of indictment, one for habitual felon and one for injuring a detention officer, received a $10,000 secure bond. Andrew Robert Holloway, 31-year-old male of Forest City, was charged on a true bill for habitual felon and received a written promise to appear. Jeremy Ryan Paget, 34-year-old male of Forest City, was charged with failure to appear and received a $500 unsecured bond. Douglas Allen Underwood, Jr., 37-year-old male of Chesney, South Carolina, was charged with flee to elude arrest, driving while license revoked, resist strut delay, also had a warrant for obtaining property by false pretense and another driving while license revoked, and transferring a stolen motor vehicle. He received a $60,500 secure bond. Arlton Fred Autry, 60-year-old male of Union Mills, was charged with second-degree trespassing and received a $500 secure bond. Tina Louise Robinson, 50-year-old female of Ellenboro, was charged with 2 counts of felony failure to appear and received a $15,000 secure bond. Among our incidents, we had a damage to property on Pointer Road in Forest City. There was a mailbox struck by a blunt object, possibly a baseball bat. Damages were approximately $100. We had a flee to elude arrest, Ellenboro Henrietta Road. Ended up getting in custody in a trailer park off South Pea Ridge. This was where Douglas Underwood was arrested. He was on a 1997 black Suzuki motorcycle before he was caught and arrested. We had a larceny of a motor vehicle on Jack McKinney Road, a black Kia Optima, displaying a tag of PJV1922. It's valued at $5,000. It looks like a son of the victim had let someone drive it, and it's not been returned. It's either unauthorized use or stolen at this point. We have another incident of breaking and entering larceny on Missionary Plantation Road, Ellenboro. Someone had broken into a window and taken a wagon wheel with looks like stained glass decorations on it in that instant. And Jim, that's what I had to report today.
All right, Sheriff, I appreciate that. It's going to be a pretty nice day out there. First day of summer, so hope you can find a cool spot somewhere.
Well, I was telling Todd, if you get up about 5 o'clock in the morning, from about 5 to 8:30, you can enjoy a lot of cool air, but you got to get up early to enjoy it.
That's exactly right. That's a pretty good way to put it. And you and I can identify with that, can't we?
Yes, sir, no doubt.
Listen, have a safe day out there, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Here's a question for you.
Are you uninsured or have a high deductible plan? Brock Family Care may be the right fit for you and your family. Brock Family Care offers a membership plan of $75 a month, and that includes unlimited visits, 2 sets of complete labs per year, 1 annual physical exam including an EKG, even house calls as appropriate. This seems to be the answer to put an end to complications with medical care and insurance plans. To learn more, call or visit the website at www.brockfamilycare.com. That phone number is 828-382-7282. The article the sheriff was referring to on the front page of the day's edition of the Quarter features Lou Gillum logging 40 years in the radio industry. She marked her 40th year working in the radio industry Monday, June 20th, yesterday. And so they have spotlighted her and her career with a picture. So if you get an opportunity to pick up a Daily Courier today, be sure to pick that up and read that story. Very interesting, very inspiring work that Lou's done over the years, and we couldn't have done it here without her. So I'm glad she's here. Now we're going to the 911 Communications Center. And Lindsay's on the phone to give us an update. Lindsay, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. Doing well.
Good. What's on the report?
In the past 24 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications has processed 499 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 41 EMS under law enforcement, 131 Sheriff's Office, 48 Forest City, 4 Lake Lure, 41 Rutherfordton, and 42 Spindale. Under fire calls, Forest City had a motor vehicle accident, and Rutherfordton had a fire alarm. That is all.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
Ruby Taylor is up next to report from Danieltown, the SDO Fire District. Ruby, how are things over there?
It's hot.
Yeah? It's everywhere, I think. We're experiencing the first day of summer today, so you need to find you a cool spot over there and relax.
Well, that's hard to do. The fire department didn't have any calls, and on my birthday counter I've got Betty Smith, Avery Wilson, Scott Kemper, Lois Payne, Adam Radford, Lily Mae Wilkerson, and Lauren Moore, and Mr. and Mrs. Chuck Godfrey have an anniversary today, and hope all these people have a nice day, and the signs are in the head today and tomorrow, and that's all I've got, Jim.
All right, Ruby, thanks very much. I'll see you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Cheryl, have you been to the Homeworks Design Center inside Henson Building Materials in Forest City?
Oh, yes. Shana, David, and William are incredible at designing kitchen and bath cabinetry for my new she shed.
Your what?
And they have a full line of windows and doors on display in their 5,000 square foot showroom. And they'll install any ones you pick out for me.
Oh, you're too good to me.
I know. With selling and installing, it's basically one-stop shopping.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Building starts here.
Well, the town of Forest City public hearing last night, a room full of people there to protest the increase of taxes in the town of Forest City. Some were there to agree with it, and they took a vote. They had some people speaking against raising the taxes 30 cents, and some voted for it. But the vote turned out 4 people of the council, Forest City Council, voted yes, 1 no vote. That was Dee Dee Bright. She voted no. It's not the time to raise those taxes that high. And a lot of folks were angry and upset over that vote, but it is a done deal now. All right, Gary Wilson, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Jim. How you doing?
Welcome to the first day of summer.
Can't beat the weather this morning, can you?
That's right. It feels good out there.
Gonna get hotter, though. We'll get up on the 90s today and then pushing up toward close to 100 more, they say. So that's a little too hot even for me.
Yes.
But it won't last long. If you don't like the weather around here, it'll just hang on. It'll change.
It will change, and it won't be long before we turn around. It'll be wintertime.
Yeah, I can do without that, but it'll come, I'm sure. Well, we've been quiet up here overnight, sitting on about 57 degrees. Got one announcement this coming Saturday, the 25th. Bills Creek Fire Department will be having a yard sale at their annex building. That's their old station there at the intersection of Bills Creek Road and Buffalo Creek. They'll be having breakfast biscuits also and hot dogs for lunch. So I can get you something to eat, buy you some furniture, and then eat again. Then you can go back home. And good cause, and they raise money for their station, and good fire department with a good bunch of guys. Hope they'll come out and support them. And that's about all we got up here, sir.
All right, Gary, thank you so much for being there for us, and I'll see you next time.
Talk to you then.
Thanks.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush. Brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
Coming up this morning at 8:30, I have a guest coming to the Blue Room to be interviewed. His name is Dr. Larry Gregg. Many of you know that name. He's been a minister here, an instructor, a professor, and a book writer. He's written a new book, and we'll talk with him about that. Random Musings of a Contented Old Man is a book he's written, and it's published now, and we'll talk to him about that. This morning at 8:30, Dr. Larry Gregg, my guest. All right, DeVern is next over in Caustic, North Carolina. DeVern Upton, how are you?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm great as well.
Well, that's wonderful.
Two great people here together.
Wonder who would beat.
I don't.
Well, over here in Boston this morning, it's 60 degrees, nice, cool morning. Fire department had one medical call yesterday, and there'll be a food giveaway at Faith Baptist Church in Forest City Saturday, starting at 8 o'clock. If anyone needs a box of food, go by there. And don't forget to stop in at Bostic Floor. She has some new items in. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day.
You have a wonderful day as well, DeVern, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Now we're heading over toward the Hudlow Fire District for this Tuesday morning report, and Bob Hodge is our reporter from there, and he's on the phone with me right now to give us that news. Bob Hodge, good morning.
Well, good Tuesday morning here.
Did summertime knock on your door this morning?
Yeah, about 5:15 this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, summertime's come in, ain't it? So.
Yeah, well, it's sort of sneaking in this morning, but it'll let us know it's for real sometime later today and tomorrow.
Well, look like tomorrow really going to be getting summertime.
Yes.
Up in the mid-90s, so that's going to be getting warm. So you have to get out and make you some cold lemonade or iced tea and homemade ice cream or something there. So.
Yeah, I like the way you talk.
My daughter made some Sunday for Father's Day there, and it was real good. First I had this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that big churn of homemade ice cream, so that was good.
What kind she make?
We made vanilla. She just didn't put anything in it, just made the regular vanilla ice cream.
Can't beat that.
That's right. Well, Jim, up here with the fire department, it's been quiet overnight. We hadn't had any fire calls. And maybe it'll stay quiet today. It's getting too hot to have too many fire calls. But that's about it, Jim. And you have a good evening, and you stay cool over there.
Thanks, Bob. I hope you do, too, and enjoy your day. And I will see you tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks. All right. Bye-bye. That is Bob Hodge reporting from the Hudlow Fire District.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Andrew Tisdale, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we focus what's important to you. We create a personalized strategy backed by our advice, our tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we partner together to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me at any time at 828-287-9197. We'll sit down, talk, and we're going to make a strategy that's right for you.
Well, the Braves are playing pretty good ball this year. They won again last night over the Giants, 2-1. They play the Giants again tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday, and then they move to play the Dodgers for 2 or 3 sets. The Braves doing well, Owls not so well, but continue to support them and give them good hometown spirit with the Owls when they play at home. Now let's head over toward the Cherry Mountain Fire District. Sue Price, how you doing this morning?
Good morning, Jim. I'm doing good. Hope you are.
It's a beautiful morning, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. It's on this first day of summer, but looks like it's going to get warmed up and be some hot weather coming up.
Yes.
Whew. That is summertime. We'll enjoy it. Like Bob said, we'll have to make us up some good ice cream or lemonade or something and just sit back and enjoy it.
I wonder if any kids anywhere around here have those lemonade stands on the corners of towns like they used to do it.
I don't know.
Everything's so restrictive anymore. You can't trust many people, so I don't know if they do that anymore or not. But
no, I don't know either.
Used to be fun to walk down the street and meet somebody selling lemonade. You bought a cup from them whether you wanted it or not because the kids were so sweet.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's sad that we can't do some of the things we used to do because of, we never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're looking for a good day, and I didn't have any calls from the fire department. I have no birthdays or anniversaries on my church calendar or my personal calendar. Fairview has a birthday for Ida Yelton, so happy birthday to Ida. Hope she'll have a good one today. And nothing on First Broads for today, so not too many celebrating that I know of, but we hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day and enjoy it. And in my announcements, the Fairview Baptist Church will be having their Bible school on 27th through the 1st. It's from 6 to 8 p.m., and everyone's invited. And so far, as far as I know, that's the only announcement I have. It's just quiet and calm over this way, looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one, Jim.
Thanks, Sue. I hope you have a good one, too, and we will talk tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 7:33, and we're reading 60 degrees on our thermometer.
Thinking about the departure of a loved one through death is a subject we don't like to talk about. However, pre-planning or prepaying for a funeral is a consideration and responsible thing to do. With so many options available today, it's important to speak with someone you can trust and someone who can help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved ones. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is recognized as one of the best family-run funeral homes. It's a family tradition, and they know how to care for your family. Any questions you might have, they will be happy to answer. Call Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services at 286-2304.
All right, let's check in now up at Shingle Hollow, North Carolina, US of A. Tina White, good morning.
Good morning. What a beautiful day it is already.
It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood for sure.
It is. Going to be a warm one from what I understand.
Makes me want to come to Shingle Hollow and find me a shade tree somewhere and sit around.
Well, you can. I've got plenty of shade trees, and I'd even make you some lemonade.
Hey, now you're talking.
We could sit up a stand and charge you for a cup if you wanted to.
That'll be fine, as long as it's good and sweet.
It'd be a great day for lemonade, that's for sure. Well, the fire department was all quiet the past 24 hours. 60 degrees this morning, and the sun is shining bright. We have a birthday today for Dylan Birch. If you know Dylan, call and let him know it to have a happy birthday. No other birthdays that I know of. Potty Knob Baptist Church wanted me to let people know this Friday basketball has been canceled. It'll resume next Friday. And then White House Community Clubhouse is having their country buffet breakfast this Saturday, the 25th. Starts at 7 a.m. and goes till 10. Everyone's invited to come out and enjoy their country breakfast. And Bible schools are coming up in July. I don't have any for this week or next week here in Shingle Hollow, but I'll talk to you about it in the first week of July.
Okay.
Everybody be ready for Bible school. And that's all I've got.
All right, Tina. Thank you so much for being there for us, and have a good day, and be careful, and I'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now, Brenda Kelly is out of pocket for a few days. We just got a report this morning that Brenda Kelly has been in the hospital, been taken to the hospital for some serious, I don't know how serious it is, but some illness overnight. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers, and we'll get a report from her daughter as soon as possible. Her daughter called this morning and said they had taken Brenda to the emergency room overnight, and they're still trying to find out what the deal is. But anyway, Brenda will not be on with us today and probably a couple of days till we find out what's going on. So put Brenda Kelly on your prayer list, and we'll go next over to Ellenboro and talk with Luther Gilligan. Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City. Now at 7:36 Ellenboro time. Let's see if the man about town has got the correct time. Luther Gilligan, what time is it?
It's Luther time.
Luther time. Chicago used to have a hit song years ago. Does anybody really know what time it is? You wonder you wonder sometime when you have an appointment at the doctor's office and they tell you to be there. Your appointment is this time, and you go and you wait, and you wonder. Do they really know what time it is back there? I'm waiting, and my appointment was this time, and they're not there.
Then they tell you to be there 15 minutes before your scheduled appointment.
Yeah, that's right.
Get extra time in. But that's the way it is. Doctors are busy.
They are busy.
They can't get it all done. They get behind. I've seen Dr. Bennett skip lunch hour trying to get caught up.
Yes. Well, a lot of sick folks.
Yeah. I'm just glad I'm not one of them right now.
Yeah, me too, brother.
Of course, I have been there. I've been there when I needed you. But things are quiet down here this morning. We're having a good time this morning, drinking coffee, watching the sun come up. It's going to come up. It's going to warm up. It's going to be a nice day today. But not a whole lot going on. City Fire Department very quiet right now. They had 2 medical calls. And one about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and had one about 2 o'clock this morning. And Bill didn't like getting up this morning at 2 o'clock to go out to answer it, but he went. And we appreciate him going. But nothing else going on down here, Jim, so you have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Have a great day, Luther. I'll see you then.
All right.
All right,
Take
bye.
care.
Well, it's time for birthdays and anniversaries. We're going to see if we can reach somebody over Drop-In Family Mart this morning and chat with them a few minutes about breakfast. But meantime, think about your birthdays and anniversaries for the 21st of June, and we'll see if we can celebrate with you. And meanwhile, Granny B's would like for you to know that they're serving breakfast this morning. They're back at it. They closed on Mondays, open on Tuesday through Saturday, serving breakfast starting as early as 6:30. So if you're a breakfast eater, they've got the food for you, and that's the place to go get it. Omelets, scrambled eggs, fried eggs, bacon, sausage. You got some great coffee choices there as well. They do a great job with coffee. Now, keep this in mind. Eat heartily. There'll be plenty of breakfast, but try to save a little room for one of those delicious Daylight Donuts. They're outstanding, best around, I think. So get your donut, take someone back to work with you, make everybody happy. Will you do that? And tell folks over at Granny B's I said hello. I'd come to breakfast, but I'm right now just tied up, can't make it. But that you'll enjoy that breakfast this morning. 7:39. We're attempting to reach the folks at Drop In Family Mart, where they always are busy doing a breakfast over there and fixing things for folks to take back to work with them. And they'll be glad to talk with us if we get them on. If not, we're going to move on and see what else is coming up. Let me remind you that Dr. Larry Gregg, many of you know that name, will be my guest at 8:30 this morning to talk about his new book called Random Musings of a Contented Old Man. So, encouraging believers to open their hearts, and it'll be interesting to find out what those musings are for an old man. Not that any of us are at that point, but we interested and anxious to have him talk about his new book. Braves tonight at, let's see, 6:05 airtime for the Braves and the Giants. Now, they started off this series pretty good, Braves did, with a 2-1 win. If you just win by 1 point, that's great. Sometimes there's a runaway score. Sometimes it's just a barely squeaker by. Even if it's a squeaker by, if you got a win on your belt buckle, then that's a good thing. I believe they're not available over there to answer the phone. They're so busy, but let me tell you that you can always expect to get a good breakfast there at the Family Drop-In, not only breakfast but lunch. They do some great things with chicken. If you've tried their chicken, you should. It is outstanding. Not only the breakfast is good, but their lunch is good, and they can fix any kind of sandwich just about you want, and they do a good job. Now, the coffee they serve is really good. I know that for a fact. I've had some of that. It's really delicious. So why don't you make a plan, make a choice to get breakfast or lunch or both, or maybe this afternoon on your way home, stop by and see if you can pick up some of that chicken and go home. We're looking for birthdays and anniversaries, and we'll get those coming up here. And by the way, the Family Drop-In Family Mart is in Boston on the Boston Sunshine Highway, right across from the post office, almost catty corner there from the post, not directly across, but almost. Stand in the parking lot of the post office and look to your right, you'll see the Drop-In Family Mart. And they got great hours and great personal service. And not everybody can say that about their employees, but they got a great team there at all the drop-ins. And we hope you're enjoying shopping at home.
Happy birthday.
These birthday wishes to give out this morning. Susan S. Keever of Green Hills having a birthday. Jennifer Cooper is 43 today, and Adam Baynard lives in Greensboro, but he's watching us on YouTube. Good morning, Adam. Happy birthday. Good to see you there, and we appreciate you watching us on YouTube. Other birthdays today include Maureen Stapleton. She's an actress born in 1925. Kathy Madden is a singer. Kathy Mattea, that's it. Kathy Mattea, 1959 was her birthday. 1966, Gretchen Carlson, news commentator, was born. 1979, Chris Pratt had a birthday. 1982, Prince William, son of Charles and Diane, is having a birthday today. Ken and Patsy Cook's having a 30-year anniversary today, so happy anniversary to them. Some of the events on this day include 1768, the first medical diploma is granted in the U.S. 1788, U.S. Constitution goes into effect. 1821, AME Zion Church organized in New York City. 1879, Frank Woolworth opened his first store, F.W. Woolworth's great 5-cent store. You remember that, I'm sure. 1893, first Ferris wheel opened. This is National Seashell Day, National Smoothie Day. I could go that. Go Skateboarding Day, National Arizona Day, and National Peaches and Cream Day. I could go that as well. Now you're up to date on this day, huh? I don't believe I'll skateboard today. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait so you can teach me how. Keys to Confident Living coming up next, and we'll have Andrew Tisdale top of the hour, and Dr. Larry Gregg at the bottom of the hour coming up next.
The little boy Jamie was trying out for a part in the school play. His mom was concerned that he'd be terribly broken-hearted if he wasn't selected. The day of the tryouts finally arrived. When Mom picked Jamie up from school, he was ecstatic. He had gotten a part. He was going to be in the play. When his mother inquired as to what part he had been given, he excitedly blurted out that he had been chosen to clap and cheer. Clapping and cheering is a wonderful gift we have all been given. We can all be encouragers. It doesn't take a keen scientific mind or creative genius. It just takes love and consideration for others. It is so simple, and yet we make it so difficult. Perhaps it's because we live in a world that is so success-oriented. We value the Einsteins, Pavarottis, Michael Jordans, and Wayne Gretzkys, well-known figures in their particular fields. However, there are far more ordinary, everyday people like you and me than there are the greats. Most of us will never attain the heightened status of a few, but we can clap and cheer. Jesus said that the second great commandment is to love one another as ourselves. A great way to show that love is to be the clapping and cheering section for others. We can encourage them to be all that God wants them to be. This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for these programs are sold in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS.
This is WCAB 100.9 FM and 590 AM, serving Rutherford and Polk counties.
It was the 3rd of June, another sleepy, dusty Delta day. I was out chopping cotton and my brother was baling hay. And at dinner time we stopped and walked back to the house to eat. And Mama hollered at the back door, y'all remember to wipe your feet. And then she said, I got some news this morning from Choctaw Ridge. Today, Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Papa said to Mama as he passed around the black-eyed peas, well, Billy Joe never had a lick of sense. Pass the biscuits, please. There's 5 more acres in the lower 40 I got to plow. And Mama said it was a shame about Billy Joe anyhow. Seems like nothing ever comes to no good up on Choctaw Ridge. And now Billy Joe McAllister's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Brother said he